shame. This to both of you, like you as well, Josh. Like, do you ever wear the suit around just at home, just because it does look quite cool? Just
I think it lends to the fact that our kids. I think that it lends to the fact that our kids, clap. We have them clap in the morning. Yeah. So it's good to wake up in the wardrobe. and, have something to clap for. So do we wake up? Do we wear the wardrobe outside in life?
Yeah.
No.
That's one of his questions. That's when he threw it himself.
You want to wear the wardrobe outside in life, and I don't blame you.
I really
want to be cool like Will Smith.
One day, just hopefully.
You can't have this.
I remember the first time I saw Josh with the black suit on. That first day on the set, and you guys haven't seen the movie yet, but the basic concept, there's Tommy Lee Jones's character is killed in the past. So my character, Agent J, I come to work and nobody knows who Agent K is. And they say, no, he was killed in duty 40 years ago. So I have to time jump back to before the murder, and I meet up with the young Agent K, who is played by Josh Brolin, right? So this entire movie rides on whether or not Josh Brolin can sell to the audience that he is the young Agent K, young Tommy Lee Jones, one of the most iconic characters in American film history. So we're on the set the first day, and Josh has the suit on, and he looks great, but no one's really heard, Tommy Lee Jones is very distinct. And we sit down and we do the first take of the first scene, and Josh speaks and gets a standing ovation at the end of the first take. It was so absolutely perfect that he got applause the first time he opened his mouth. And the performance that he gives in this movie, if Agent K were a real life person and Josh was playing the real Agent K in a movie, he'd get an Academy Award for his performance and his portrayal of Agent K. It was absolutely brilliant.
But I won't, because it's a Will Smith movie and it's fun.
Fun don't get hard, just get funny. You can buy an award. You don't get an award for that.
Josh, did you have to, has Tommy Lee Jones come up to you and said, I think you did a good job?
He's a bucolic guy that,
Hey, man.
No, it's not a bad word.
Hey, man, listen.
He's a guy that
You're using words I don't understand, so I'm going to
he's a sesquipedalianistic kind of type of person.
No, man.
Man is smart.
He like girls.
Yes, thank you. No, Tommy has told Will, and he's told Barry, that he likes the movie and my performance, I think, specifically.
He was raving. Tommy Lee Jones was absolutely raving about Josh's performance. I said, Tommy, what do you think? And he said, that Josh Brolin's a fine actor. That's raving. That's a rave. He loved it.
So anything that's not negative, I think, is a positive. If he looks at me and goes like this, that's cute.
It's a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm glad he likes it. Now,
Me too. I have no idea.
Now,
it was actually very dangerous for Josh too. Like one of the most iconic film duos, like the Men in Black, the black suit, the glasses, Tommy Lee Jones, and Will Smith. Like that's really iconic. It was a huge gamble for Josh. He pretty much could have ruined his career.
There's a lot of room for failure.
Yeah,
a lot of room for success.
Yeah.
And when we got together, we had great chemistry, which was very lucky. I don't think you can create that. It just is what it is. Go ahead and hold it for me. And thank God he
I'm so glad we had the mic. It's a great comedy.
You didn't have to act for it. We had a good time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
We had a good time. Yeah. should have had 3 of them. It's
Yeah,
really kind of,
you know.
No, I'm just too nervous. You gotta relax.
Yeah. All the money Yahoo's making, we only get 1 microphone.
Okay, the next question. This is from Shannon in the UK. Okay, she asks, what would a real alien look like in your mind? How would a real alien look like?
Sexy.
What about pose?
Yeah, brown shoes, you
Yeah.
know, the green strings, you know, a little crease in the bottom of the pants. Something like that. And then there's a bit of the sexiness going on.
I know.
That is how you carry it.
Isn't that? Never happened.
Never happened.
Sorry.
That's going to be an iconic moment in my life. Having my chest hair caressed. I've never been more turned on. Okay, good. Well, yeah, we've established what real aliens look like. Next question. This is to you, Will, and this is from Yiga in Germany. Do you ever laugh? You've made a bit of money from being kind of a funny chap.
What do you mean?
Are you? Do you ever find it? And she asks, do you ever laugh at your own jokes? Is your
Listen, I think I'm hilarious. You know, because sometimes I watch the movies, I'm like, yo, that dude is funny. Now, you know, do I laugh at my own
Dude, I'm
jokes?
sitting here smiling big. I can't wait to see how you answer this.
No, I think
Every joke you ever told. And then my jokes, you go, that's silly.
I haven't noticed. No comment. See, that was funny.
That's a big fat
Now
yes.
getting hot.
Okay, next up, this is from Badilla in France.
Badilla.
That's what it says on my notepad. This is both of you. What's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you on a film set? Who wants to go first?
Strangest thing that's ever happened on a film set. Well, it's funny, like on film sets, when you make this kind of movie, like strange is the status quo. Yeah, on this movie, yeah, like.
Just doing a movie is strange.
Like one time, I saw a 7-foot chicken trip and fall. On Men in Black. A female chicken.
Yeah.
Trip
Some
and
little
fall.
big chicken.
Yeah, it was like the most bizarre thing. So, you know, comes out there and make up one of the aliens, right? And so she was already, you know, my height. You know, she was a very tall model, and she had really high shoes on. So she's towering, and she was like a chicken alien. So she has a huge beak on and all of that, and she's walking with the feathers out of the back of her neck and having a hard time with the shoes. And she trips and falls, right? And I was like, oh my God, that's never happened in the universe. We just saw a 7-foot chicken trip and fall. So it's like, that's the kind of strange thing. She's like, yeah, and I was like, that's fantastic. So it's like, yeah, strange. Strange is the status quo.
You don't get that at all.
You silly.
Okay, now I've got another fashion question.
Yes.
You know, obviously the Men in Black, they wear sunglasses.
Yes.
Is it ever okay to wear sunglasses indoors?
Jack Nicholson.
Yes, Jack Nicholson.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a certain level of cool that you gotta be able to reach, right? It's sort of like the states of matter. You know, there's solid, liquid, and gas, and then there's the theoretical state of plasma. You know what I mean? And once you once you hit that fourth state of matter.
Look at everybody, they're so lost. No, it's the glass, it's the plasma. You gotta hit the states of cool. And then See, that wasn't funny. See, I didn't laugh at that. Oh, man. Will doesn't ever wear glasses. You don't ever wear glasses. I never see you with glasses. Yeah, you're so cool, you don't have to wear glasses.
I got like inner shades on.
So So who is cool enough to wear?
So Jack Nicholson,
Jack
for sure.
Nicholson's the only one.
Jack Nicholson. Jack
Everyone else
Nicholson.
looks like an idiot.
Yeah. There's shades indoors.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I can't, in a couple of years. I think there's a certain amount of maturity you gotta have and be able to carry it on. Denzel is probably just about,
He's right on the cusp.
he's right on the cusp, where he just wears shades just indoors at night.
Okay, well, hopefully you guys one day you'll reach that.
No, one day. That's what all actors shoot for.
Yeah, the indoor sunglass wearing, plasma,
Yeah,
theoretical plasma.
theoretically, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For sure.
Like you just said.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
obviously in this film, you go back to, well, you don't go back to the 60s, you're in there
I'm in
already.
the 60s.
Yeah.
Yes.
If a hypothetical situation, another one, if you had to go back to the 60s and had to take one object from the present day to the 60s, what would it be? Go.
So go back to the
Yeah.
60s, you have to take one object from the present.
I think from the movie point of view, a neuralizer, because you can put it in your pocket,
Yeah,
as opposed to the neuralizer that's in the movie, which is about as big as a shuttle.
Yes, so one object, that's interesting. I don't know. I'd probably take this microphone. I would tell the designer to make 3.
Yeah. Just replicate that. But it would be the 60s, so it wouldn't be recurring.
They'd have 40 years to figure it out.
Yeah.
I take George Bush and leave him there.
If you got home in the 60s.
I think he'd have a little more fun.
Yeah. Have the odd drink. Okay, yes, speaking of neuralizers, have you guys ever been in a situation that made you wish you had a neuralizer?
Last night.
Last night. Wish I had a neuralizer. I mean, a neuralizer would be cool, like on the weekends. Friday, Saturday night, you just doing stupid stuff. No bad look. It's a bad look. I'm gonna pull out of that one. Yes, it would be fun, but I don't know when yet.
Yeah, you can't think of a
I
specific
can't think of a
occasion.
specific. Well, no, I can, but
You don't want to share with
I don't
Yeah,
like.
why would we share it?
That's the point.
That's the thing you want to neuralize. I did something the other day, we took pictures, and I went back to back.
Yeah, it was no good.
That
Josh
was the
made me-
dumbest thing I've ever done. We saw the
Yeah,
picture
no,
the
because
other
I had
night,
to, Josh.
and I was like, what an idiot.
No, because it's like you have rules that when you're with somebody, you go out with somebody, and if they commit to something, you have to
go
commit
with
with
it.
them.
Yeah.
So we're doing a photo shoot, we got our nice outfits on, and Josh says, hey, Will, back to back. He's like, I'm like, oh, shit.
Literally just turned a B movie into a Z movie.
So I'm like, all right. I'm posing back to back with
But you
Josh.
committed.
I committed.
You committed.
I committed.
appreciate it.
I'm there for you. I committed.
I'm so sorry. I'd rather do the movie. Don't go for it.
No, like the time in Brazil when you accidentally stabbed me in my knee with a steak knife.
I did.
And
I had a steak knife and I was telling a story, and I laughed at my own story like
Yeah.
you do on your own story. And I went, and I go, I just stabbed you, didn't I? Yes, you did, but you were willing to let it go. You almost let it go.
No, because I was in shock. Yeah, he was just, he got
Nobody
very,
thinks that's funny. But
yeah. And he was like, and he saw it because we're eating at the restaurant, and and he said, I was like, So,
That's what happens when you drink.
There's a strong anti-drink.
It is. I got so
Just say no.
Yeah,
Just say
otherwise
no.
you'll stab your friends. Right,
Oh, man.
guys, I'm afraid that's all the time we have.
No.
We're told to wrap it up.
This is ridiculous.
Everybody have a good time as we did just
Yeah.
then?